Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast with your senior coach, your host, lakeisha-mcknight. Look, totally pumped, totally amped. It's 8:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm here before you. I should be live right now on my timeline on Facebook. We should be live at womenofelevation.com's website. We're also live on the leadershiptkostation.com website as well. Look, excited to be here. If you're not aware of this podcast, I'm about to give you some information, but before I dive into that information, I want to make sure that I conduct a watch party, all right? I'm going to do a watch party in a community group. Now, I'm going to give you some more information. Many of you don't know about Women of Elevation, and I'm going to give you some information so that you can be informed, all right? Hey, Sister Sherry Brown, what's going on, sis? Cousin, right? So welcome aboard, everybody. Excited to be here. And so I'm trying to set up this watch party. Want to make sure that we're diligent and making sure that the members there are aware that we are indeed live. So just give me a couple of seconds and we're going to get this thing going. Here we go. Let me put a little message in here. Join in for episode number. Come on, catch up with me. 2 for this week. Okay. And so we're going to do this watch party and we're going to check the audio just to make sure we're good with that. Making sure that technology is on our side tonight. All right. Here we go. Sounds pretty good. All right. So let's greet the members in that group. Good evening, ladies. All right. So welcome aboard, everyone. Truly an honor and a privilege. If you're not aware of this podcast goes live every single Tuesday and Wednesday around 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this podcast really represents, it's like a media outlet for the nonprofit, the 501c3 nonprofit org entitled Women of Elevation Career Services International. This organization is based here in Chesapeake, Virginia, but it also has a location in Nigeria, Africa. And I am extremely excited about not just what God has done with the organization in 2019, but also we're looking forward. We're casting our eyes forward as to what God has in store for everyone that's connected to this organization. It's going to be an amazing ride this year, and we're so grateful that you're listening in right now. Now, if you're tuning in on my timeline and you are not in the community group, you're not in the Women of Elevation community group, I want to invite you to be a part, to join in, okay? Join in. And here's the way to do that. You would simply go to www. I'm going to give you some time, right, to write it down or to type it in. I'm going to give you the initials. Here it is. WOE community.com. Okay. So it simply is, one more time, www.woecommunity.com. That URL is going to direct you to the group on Facebook. All you would need to do is request to join the group and you will be in. Now, the reason why you want to connect with this organization is because we have some big, exciting things going on this year. Many of you already know about some of the things that we do. We started talking about that last night, right? And so we want you to plug in. We want you to be involved. We're going to begin, or I should say restart, our organization-wide meetings. We used to have those meetings often, but we want to restart those meetings to be a bit more consistent so that you'll know what's exactly going on with the company and essentially how it will affect you. Okay, how it will affect you. And so we want you to be there. More information about being connected, officially connected. We're going to share more information about that pretty soon, but we need you to, of course, be in the community group. So Women of Elevation, those of you here, those of you not in the group, you want to make sure you're in the community group, which is woecommunity.com. All right. So, of course, we started going into the introduction about the core area number one. So core area number one, we know that that is create, right? Because with the mission of this organization, the mission is to empower women like yourself with the tools, right? Your ability, the tools that you need so you can create, relate, and elevate to walk in your God-given purpose and truly live your dream lifestyle. Whatever your lifestyle, your dream lifestyle would be. If it's being primarily home with your family, your kids, if it's traveling often, whatever it includes, we want to aid and help you to carry that out. That is what we're here to accomplish. Okay? So, what I am going to talk to you about tonight and just give you a heads up on. Yeah, heads up. So, many of you probably heard and know that we do our telesummit for each core area. So, we're looking forward to our telesummit taking place in March. Specific dates and information such as registration, all of that will be shared with you relatively soon. We want to begin that process really, really early. And so definitely stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we're going to definitely let you know that we have our official call for speakers 2020, the pre-qualification round. For those of you who believe you have a gift to speak and train on topics related to creating products, creating services, if you have the gift of being able to host and complete successful events, we're going to be definitely looking for you specifically. Okay, so we're having a call for speakers 2020. The official call will begin on tomorrow. Okay, the official call for speakers and trainers will begin on tomorrow. So you want to make sure you're present on my timeline inside of the Women of Elevation community group. And we're also possibly going to be posting it on our Instagram channel because we do have an Instagram channel as well. So heads up about that. That is coming up. So again, our first core area, now that you're here, our focus, right? We're not just focusing on creating, but specifically for the month of January. Our focus is upon being able to know where you want to go and create a plan around that. Okay? Yes, it involves vision boards and things of that nature. You can create that, and we'll talk more about that starting next week. And many of you probably started that process or have it completed already. But we want to definitely kind of guide you along because that's the foundation. You have to start there, right? You have to start at your gift areas, and we're going to talk more about that as well. We're going to briefly highlight those things because we know during the podcast, we can't give a full blown out training. But when you're in the community group, okay, more information, tips, and strategies is also posted in there. So that's why we want to make sure you request to join the community area. Once again, simply request to join the area. You go to WOEcommunity.com, and that's where you go, and that's where you'll be led and directed to, the community group. So you can definitely see what we have going on, be the first to find out about speaking opportunities, not just here in the United States, but we also open it up for those who are interested in traveling abroad. Okay? So if you're interested in learning about speaking opportunities, the time will begin officially on tomorrow during our Call for Speakers 2020 when we open that up to the general public. Okay? So again, thank you so very much for tuning in. Please note the podcast episodes here. We normally are here for between 7 to maybe 15 minutes. It's not meant to be long podcast episodes. We come in, we come out, we empower you, we encourage you with an inspiring word, and we're gone. Because we want to make sure you get your dose. It's like a 2 days a week dose of inspiration and empowerment. Okay? So again, thank you so much everyone for tuning in to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast. Your host, lakeisha-mcknight, about to sign out. Be sure to visit the website as often as you can, okay? As often as you can, visit that website. And the website address, if you don't know, it is womenofelevation.com. That's where you can go and get more information. So thank you so much, everyone. Be blessed, and we shall return to officially begin our topic of strategic thinking and planning for 2020. We'll start that next week on Tuesday. Take care, and God bless.